Hello, my name is Sonnet. I love to talk about books, crochet, and all things crafty, and I have a really exciting video today because we just got a giant package in the mail and I can't wait to share it with you. Today we have a really fun video because I have a ginormous package. Oh my goodness, from Diamond Art Club. Do what makes you sparkle. I was contacted by Diamond Art Club to make a video about diamond painting, and I thought, you know what? Absolutely. Anything creative, anything that gets those creative juices flowing, I love to participate in. So we're going to go ahead and open up the box, see what I got, and do some diamond art. So if you're not familiar with diamond art, the way I view diamond art is kind of like a paint by number, but instead of using paints, you're using symbols and little tiny beautiful sparkly diamonds to create beautiful masterpieces. Diamond art has grown so much over the past few years. It is super popular and people love it because it is really relaxing. It doesn't take too much mental effort, and it's just a really calming and peaceful craft that you can do when you have time. But because it's crafty and creative, it can be a little addicting. So if you're like me and you like to try all of the crafts, just know once you start diamond painting, you're going to fall in love and everything around you needs to be sparkly and diamond covered and all of that. Now, I have done a couple of diamond paintings in the past. It's not my main craft of choice just because I am so focused on crocheting, but I have been looking for a craft that I can do here and there when I have time, when I'm hanging out with my family and we're all just kind of chilling and relaxing. This is the perfect activity that I can do while I'm hanging out with all of them. Unlike coming up here to crochet and being alone in my craft room and being kind of antisocial, I just tend to crochet up in here, and my family usually doesn't hang out up here. So diamond painting is a really nice way for me to get around my family and be present with them while we're all doing our little hobbies that we like to participate in. But I'm going to go ahead and open up this box and show you what I got, and we'll start painting with diamonds. To make this super easy, I've already actually opened up the box and removed all of the packaging, but now we're going to go ahead and take out all of the goodies that was sent to me. So the first thing in the box is an extra toolkit. This is going to be really nice if any of my family members actually want to participate with painting with me. So we have an extra toolkit, that way we can do it together as a family. So opening up the toolkit, there's actually a lot inside there, more than I was expecting. So the first thing we get is the magic applicator, and it is yellow. Beautiful. So that's how we pick up all of the diamonds. We also have the grip, which is also yellow, kind of just like a simple pencil grip like you would put on your pencils, but that's going to make it nice and comfy and cushiony to hold the applicator. We have a heart-shaped wax container. So this is going to hold the wax that we have. We have the craft tray and the craft tray stopper. So this is where we will pour our diamonds in, and the stopper is nice. That way they don't make a big mess. Now mine has two multi-placers, so this one will pick up a smaller number of diamonds, and then this one will pick up a bunch of diamonds. So you add that to, I believe, this side of the applicator here. That way you can pick up a number of diamonds to save some time and work a little bit more quickly. We have this cute little sparkly heart here. Now on the back of the package, it says it's a cover minder. It does have a magnet here. So I imagine this is similar to like a needle minder, but since it's a cover minder, probably used a bit different. So I'll see how this is used. Super cute, super sparkly. We have some Ziploc baggies. This will be good to store some of our diamonds. A pair of tweezers, and they are pink. It does say Diamond Art Club on the side, and they are very sharp needle nose tweezers. Super handy. These are going to be nice to have if I need to, I don't know, fix something, whatever you'd need tweezers for when it comes to diamond painting, it's going to be nice to have these. It did come with 2 extra things of the heart wax, so those do go inside of the container. And then I also got this washi tape here. I believe this is probably helpful to keep track of where you're working, keep things kind of covered, or, just going to be a nice little handy tool while you're working and you're getting all of your diamonds placed. I'm sure this will come in handy. So that was everything in this extra little toolkit. It has been a while since I have done diamond painting, not going to lie. It's been a few years, and I've only done a couple, so I'm not an expert, and I definitely need a reminder. So just keep that in mind that I don't know a whole bunch about diamond painting, but that's why I'm so excited about this video, because I just love new things and it's creative and it's what I like to do. So yeah, now pulling my actual diamond art out of the box now, and it's a big one. Holy cow, look at it. It doesn't even fit in frame. It is very big. And there it is. Oh my gosh. This is Witch Hazel. Oh my gosh, you can see the cover there, maybe. I'll be sure to put the picture here too from the website. And as always, everything is linked down below. So information about Diamond Art Club is linked below, and I will have a link specifically to this kit. But there it is. There's the Witch Hazel. This is by Claudia McKinney, the artwork. So what's really nice about Diamond Art Club is they do have the licenses to use the images that they have, which I think is really important, especially as an artist. It's nice to have that license, right? And this one is actually 27.6 inches by 31.9 inches. So this is a pretty big canvas. And let's see, on the side here, it says, "Unleash your inner artist." Super cute. Everything is super holographic too. You can see that, right? Super holographic. I just love that you can see little Witch Hazel there. So cute. There's the instructions on the back if you're new. It talks about everything that comes inside the kit. On the side, it gives you a little bit more information about the canvas that you have selected. So this one, it has 76 colors, including 1 Aurora Borealis color, which I believe is the more color shifting diamonds. If I remember correctly, that's what that means. Ooh, and 6 fairy dust diamonds. Huh, I wonder what that means. Total diamonds, 91,325. Oh my gosh. So spoiler alert, probably not going to finish this on this video just because it is so huge and there's so many diamonds, but I will definitely show you my progress after I've worked on it for a little while. We'll go over the how it works once I do unbox my canvas. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's rip this thing open and see what's inside of our kit. Okay, so here's another look at the box. Again, it is so big. It barely fits actually on my desk. Here you can see the title of the image I selected, as well as the image there. Diamond Art Club DIY Diamond Art Kit. Super fun. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at the canvas itself. Now, right away, opening it up, look at how cute this packaging is. I love good packaging that just makes you feel like something is so worth the money. And this one is. I love this kind of raised embossed type of phrase here. Do what makes you sparkle. Let's open this up. Oh, it pulls out. Okay, I see. So it pulls out like this. And again, it's so big, so let me readjust my camera. And here we can kind of see everything. So here we have a little thank you card that says, "Thank you for your purchase." Look how cute that is with the little diamond. Thank you for your purchase. You open it up. Oh my gosh, what is this? You actually get the little, like trading card of the one you picked. Oh my gosh, how exciting. I didn't know that you got this. I've actually never done a Diamond Art Club diamond art before, so I had no idea you got these. I'm going to cherish this forever. Look at how darling this is. Very holographic. There is the image I selected, which is Witch Hazel. Okay, so Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest cards. Okay, scratch off. Oh, okay, so it looks like there's like a little scratch scratch off there. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I imagine it's for maybe like a percentage off or that kind of thing. I don't know. That would just be my guess, but look at how cute. And I am so excited for this artwork. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? You have the little witchy hedgehog and they have their spells and the potion, the beautiful flowers and woodland behind them. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, you can keep track with a start date and an end date. Here you can see that image, not holographic, so you can see really good all of the details of the artwork, and it is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. The diamond shapes are square, so that's good to know. And again, 27.6 inches by 31.9 inches. Here's all of the stickers that we need. So all of the numbers, the symbols, the codes. So that is handy for all of our diamonds that we will be using. And here is the step-by-step instructions. So up at the top, we have some tips and tricks, how to use and refill the twist and pick applicator for your project. There is some QR codes here to save money, talks again about the contents. So there we go. There's all of that. Here we have another toolkit. Okay, so here we have the twist and pick applicator. So this is way different than I have used. I just used the one where you would like pick up the putty with your pin, and this one's different because I believe you actually twist it and then the putty comes out, kind of like I don't know, like a mechanical pencil, how you would get some more lead, right? So that's really cool. And then it does have the multi-picker on the end here, so you can pick up more than one. We have the heart-shaped wax, a stackable tray with lid and stopper. So here is the stopper, and then we have the lid. It looks like we have more putty for this guy here, I imagine. And then again, some more bags. But we also have the canvas here. It is in a Diamond Art Club bag. Do what makes you sparkle. So I will go ahead and open that up. And we'll get to the canvas here in a second, but I know all of the diamonds are in there, so let's pull those out. Holy cow, and there they all are. Again, they are the square ones. So we have multiple of this color here, which is 839. I imagine this kit is gonna have a lot of browns and a lot of earth tones just because of the cute little hedgehog and the woods that they are in. But we can see some bright colors here too, like the greens and everything. So again, all of the bags are labeled with the numbers that you need, and you can refer back to all of the numbers and the symbols and everything in this little thing that you have here. And here's the canvas. I actually had to put it on the floor because it is so big, but the canvas is really, really nice. It feels really good quality. It does have the symbols on the side as well. And it is nice because, as mentioned, it does have a grid, and it is a tearable kind of plastic with the grid for each different section. So rather than pull back the whole entire plastic covering this canvas, you just pull back the little piece of the grid that's here. It tears away, and then you can work in small sections, which is really, really nice and probably keeps everything very seamless and organized. But yeah, there it is. There is our Witch Hazel canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start in this lower right-hand corner. I'm doing that way I can keep this kind of rolled up and I don't have to keep unrolling my canvas. I just think it's gonna work easiest. So I actually figured out what this cover minder is for. And so what you can do is, as I was saying, you go ahead and you tear the bit of this plastic piece here, and you can cover or tear it just a little bit just to reveal a bit of the canvas. You don't want to reveal the whole thing just because you don't want it to get too yucky, full of dust and hair and all of that good stuff. And so what this does is it allows you to keep that cover out of the way. So we'll put this magnet back behind there, And there's our little cover minder there. And so now that plastic bit, you can't really see it, but the plastic bit is out of the way, so I can go ahead and start working on this lower right corner. So let's go ahead and do that. We will grab the big tray here, and I'm going to start with this little arrow symbol here, and we'll go ahead and just start placing all of the diamonds. So according to my legend, it is code number 939. Again, it is that little arrow. You can't see it down there, but there it is. And yeah, let's go ahead and pull out diamonds 939 and start putting those on. Okay, so we have 939 right here. Let's open them up and pour them into our little tray. I'm not going to do the whole thing because that doesn't make much sense to me. I am going to be adding all of these to a Ziploc bag. There we go. Now those are all nice and safe in there, and I don't have to worry about too many here in my tray. I'm going to go ahead and give this a bit of a shake. Again, I am new to diamond painting, so I don't know a lot of the tips and tricks that veteran diamond painters do know, but this is just kind of what I recall from last time I did this. So there we go. We have some of our diamonds. Let's go ahead and start painting. I also did look up information about the pen here, and the multi-placer on the end does not have the putty connected to it like this tip does. So for that, we will be using the heart wax. Okay, so that'll be ready for this once we get to that point, but I'm gonna go ahead and just start using the pen here, just like this. There's a little bit sticking out. I think that might be okay. I don't know, let's just clean that off of there actually. There we go. Okay, so to get more putty, because I believe this end is filled with putty, you would just simply twist it. I already have some new clean putty in there, so we're not going to do that yet. But once I start feeling like this putty is getting a little dirty, too sticky, whatever, I can go ahead and twist it to get some new putty. But we're just going to go ahead and pick up a diamond just by tapping it on there. Did you see how I did that? And then we come right over here into the corner and we place it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit closer, but before I do, I have to say this every time I have a video where my hands are the main focus. I know my hands are pretty trashed. I live in a very dry climate. I get very dry skin. I work with books all day. I have yarn. My fingers just get trashed between my ukulele and gardening and the dryness. Yes, so please pay no mind to the state of my fingers. I know I don't have the beautiful manicures that so many beautiful crafters do, but you know, it's fine. Anyways, let me go ahead and show you guys up close here again. So I just place it down and pick up a diamond. Okay, so let me show you again, and it is going to be kind of hard to see because everything is at just such a weird angle, but I go right down onto one of those diamonds, I pick it up, there it is on my tool there, and then I come back here to that symbol that I need, and I just place it right back down. Just like that. And we have this whole row that I'm going to do just singular, just to get it going. We have one more of that symbol. Very cool. And then we have another one, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip that one. So then we have one more of that symbol there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and put that right there. Then we have a couple symbols here that I don't need, but now we're getting back into where I need to put multiple down. So I'm going to go ahead and try and use the multi-placer and my wax. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up And I believe I just kind of stick it in there, right? Scoop it up. Then we have the wax. Now we have the wax in there. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up so it doesn't get dirty and dusty. And then now I can pick up multiple diamonds. See that there? So now I have 4 diamonds, and we will go ahead and put 4 right down here. Very cool. Now I have 3. I'm not that talented to where I can, you know, just pick up. Oopsie. That one's a little crooked. So let's pull out our tweezers and see if we can straighten that one up a little bit. There we go. Here's the thing about me and crafting. I'm not a perfectionist, okay? So as you see in my crafting, you're gonna probably notice there's gonna be times where things are not lined up, things are not straight, and I'm just gonna say, whatever, good enough. Just because I have learned that if I am a perfectionist with my crafts, I'm never gonna be happy with them because they're handmade and they never are perfect. This is so relaxing. Now, it does talk about how diamond painting is very relaxing, very calming. Now, this is the perfect activity to listen to an audiobook while doing it. You guys know I love my audiobooks, and it's how I do so much reading while I'm crocheting or doing dishes, whatever it may be. I always have audiobooks going. So this activity here, I feel, would be the perfect activity to have an audiobook going, or say you're just, I don't know, hanging out with your family, talking about your day. I moved you a little closer and I turned you a little bit so that you can see this a little bit better. Again, I just don't have the best camera desk setup to kind of showcase this really well. But let me know, do you do a lot of diamond painting? Are there like diamond painting or diamond art meetups as well? Kind of like how people meet up to crochet or, you know, do all kinds of crafting, scrapbooking and all that good stuff. I imagine people get together to diamond paint as well. And that just sounds like so much fun, getting a group of friends together, all just kind of doing your crafts and catching up on everything that's been going on. That just sounds so fun. I love crafting with other people. I think it is so fun, and it's just, there's something really relaxing about creating with other people. That's why I'm excited I have this second tool set with me, so that way I can, you know, craft with my family. Hopefully they wanna craft with me. And it's really nice, the multi-tool, it really does pick things up super quickly, and that makes that kind of area go by pretty fast. But now that you guys have the general idea of how this works, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep working on this, keep adding more and more diamonds to our painting here. And then we'll check back here in a couple of days, maybe about a week or so, and we'll see just how far I've gotten and my thoughts at that time of the Diamond Art Club. Okay, so it's actually been like 2.5 weeks since I filmed that video, but I was really just loving the process and I wanted to get a lot done for you guys. Now, I didn't get the whole thing done. I didn't even get a quarter of it done, but let me show you what I did get done. And you saw a little bit of it in that last clip, but yeah, there it is. There is our canvas. That is what we have gotten done so far. So I've gotten a couple of rows done in the corner. We got a good bit of the top part of the hat, which is fun. And we just got a couple more things to do here. I'm slowly working on this section. As I mentioned, I think this kind of tear away like cover is super handy, and it has made keeping everything organized and keeping myself confined to certain sections super easy, and it's just so helpful. And it's just so sparkly and so beautiful. Now, I did also complete the bottom row, but then I slowly realized while I was doing my diamond art that it was just going to be easier for me to start from the top and then just kind of push my work away from me while I work then downwards. I know a lot of people like to start at the bottom and then move their way up. That way you don't get your canvas full of all kinds of lint and hair and stuff. But since we have that tearaway cover, that's not an issue that I have. So I have decided to start from the top and then work my way down. And I'm curious, if you do diamond paint, what do you like to do? Do you start at the bottom or do you start at the top? I know we all have our own ways of doing things, and just let me know down in the comments. As I mentioned, I've only done a couple of diamond art paintings, but I'm so impressed by this Diamond Art Club kit that I got. I think the quality is just wonderful. The canvas is great. The diamonds are sparkly. All of the special drills that I get. And it's nice to have a wide range of different styles of diamonds to use while doing my diamond art. I think my favorite thing about Diamond Art Club diamond painting kits is the fact that they do license their artwork from artists. It is so important to give credit to the hardworking artists that make the artwork. As an artist myself, I think it's great that this company works with the artists personally and does give them the credit that they deserve for that artwork. Diamond Art Club has a ton of different kits to choose from. They have specialty licenses, so if you like licensed characters or properties like Disney or Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, DC, all of those licensed characters, they do carry those licenses so that you can choose from products with some of our favorite characters on them. And right now you can save 20% off your first Diamond Art Club kit by using my special code. By going to the link diamondartclub.com/sonnet20 and entering the code sonnet20, you can save 20% off the kit of your choosing. As always, links and codes are in the description box below. Thank you so much to Diamond Art Club for sending me this amazing kit. I have just had the most relaxing and just calming experience working up this witch hazel canvas. I see why so many people get addicted to this craft. I highly recommend you check out the website, start with a small project, and see just how fun and relaxing it can be. But that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all so much. You are so wonderful, and I'm so proud of you for what you have accomplished. Yeah, you're just awesome. But I love you. I will see you all a little later. Bye.